American culture. The American culture is black culture, you know? But I will say that from the music side, when you're talking about bringing spirituals, you know, that came from the South, all the way to gospel music, to bebop, to ragtime, to country music, to blues, then eventually would morphed into rock and roll, you know what I mean? Also jazz, you know, these are all the branches that black people have used as tools for like I said, for protest, whether it's to express joy, whether it's to express pain. Like black people have used this and they've gathered around communities. We built communities. When you go into black church, it's music. You know what I mean? When you go to black protests, you know, it started off from, you know what I'm saying, waiting by the water, you know, taking these spirituals and then infusing them with the civil rights movement. All these things these are black cultural forms of expression. And then when you take hip hop, I mean, which is my discipline, which is my genre, where did it start? Well, a lot of people say it started in different forms through poetry, but when we want to pinpoint it, when we look at the Bronx, we look at, you know what I'm saying, DJ Cool, you know, Herc, being a Jamaican immigrant, you know what I mean, doing park jams like Jamaica. Well, what is that? You know, we talk about the West Indies, we talk about Africans being brought over, how are they expressing themselves? When I hear the first rap records, you know, these are just people playing breakbeats back and forth. I think of, you know, dance hall music. There's a very close connection. Like all these places around the world where black people are creating these genres or these art forms out of nothing. Hip hop came out of, you know, poverty in the Bronx because all the schools, the music programs were shut down. You know, the Bronx was in poverty. So what did black folks do? What did Latin people do? They just said, all right, well, we're just gonna take old music or music that's already popular and we're gonna create music out of that. And that just shows the resilience of black folks. So now we look at what's happening. You look at like all these movements that are going, whether it's online, whether it's in the streets, people using music as the theme. That's the driving force. Like you can't, what aspect of life doesn't have music? And what aspect of life doesn't have black music, most importantly? So I feel like black music has influenced the world, particularly with hip hop music, because I feel like hip hop is the most dominant culture right now in the world. I mean, you look around, it's everywhere, it's infused everywhere. And I think there's a direct lineage from hip hop, really all the way, maybe even further, but to the transatlantic slave trade. Because if there's no transatlantic slave trade, if those conditions to bring black folks over here, like I said, to the Caribbean, to season them, then eventually to North America, then all the way up to the North, if those conditions don't exist, do we have hip hop the way it is today? Because hip hop was was protest music in a lot of ways. So